Hello everyone, this is your teacher Julian Marin, and today we're going to review Martes de Prueba number 3 from the year 2026 in 9th grade. Thank you very much. I'm going to start sharing so we can see the test. In the English section, of course. So as I always told you, the first thing we need to do is to identify what kind of exercise we're going to solve so we can activate the strategies, right, that are going to increase our possibilities for good answers. So in this case, right here, they give you some instructions, right here on the top. And then you can see that all the questions have the same nature. What is that? We need to complete a conversation, either answering a question or giving a response to a comment. So for that, coherence is extremely important. Of course, we need to have knowledge of vocabulary, but then we need to evaluate the options, thinking which is the most appropriate option. Sometimes the three will seem like possible correct answers, but then just one is the most appropriate, okay? So let's project 21, 22, and 23 so we can start answering these three questions first. 21, it's a question, right? It starts with a comment, then a question. I forgot my pencil case at home. Can anyone lend me a pen, please? So over here we got pencil, we got pen, but more like a pencil case, right? So over here we got someone who's missing some tool. It is a classroom. Definitely it's a classroom. Somebody needs help, needs a pen specifically. Then we have three options to respond to this request, right? Where is more than a question is a request. Sure, mate, you may take mine. Okay, we could be talking about a pen here. Of course, you have it in your pencil case. This one, even though they mentioned the pencil case, this could be a trick to get people to think, oh my God, pencil case, this is the correct answer. So it's not the case. It's not the case. Not a good option. And then we have C. No, I don't have any eraser with me. So in this case, very easily we can cancel C because this person here is not asking for an eraser. He's asking specifically for a pen. So canceling B and canceling C, we have A as the correct or most appropriate answer. Let's continue with 22. I believe you spent a lot of time in your garden. It's beautiful. Okay, now here, time, garden, context, okay? Spending time and a garden. Also, that is beautiful, is important too. Let's see which could be the best response to this comment. A, honestly, it is time demanding. I have to water the plants every day. So over here we got time again, and over here spend a lot of time demanding. That is a match. So this is a probable good answer. Let's evaluate B and C. B, yes, I love my garden. I spend a lot of money on it every month. So then we have spending time, spending money. Over here, it doesn't match. We're talking about different elements. So that is why I will reject or cancel B. C, gardening is difficult if you don't have the precise tools. So, and over here, we're talking about another element, which would be the tools. So that is why the most coherent answer will be A. This is the one that I suggest. Question 23. What a delicious cake, Sandra. How did you do it? So we have a very specific question. The context, a cake, which is delicious, made by Sandra. And then the specific question. How did you do it? Talking about the cooking, the preparation. A, I bought a new oven to bake cakes. Okay, so this is a utensil, not precisely having to do with the procedure or the process, right? B, it was easy. I just used my color pens. Over here, the first part of the answer, right, could fit. But then the second part is illogical because we're talking about cakes. We're not talking about paintings or drawings, right? So that is why I will also reject this one. C, I followed the recipe carefully. So this one answers the question. How did you do it? I followed the recipe carefully. Okay, so the instructions on the recipe. So that is why I will suggest C. So with this, we have the answers for 21, 22, and 23. So then we can scroll down to see 24 and 25 and finish with this exercise. Let's see, 24. Juan Carlos, is the annual report ready? Okay, so this is a request. Is it ready? Or question is finished? A, I'm afraid I couldn't finish it. Talking about the annual report. I couldn't finish it last night. So it means it's not ready. This is a possible good answer. B, the annual report is necessary for the committee. Now, we're talking about the annual report, but it's not really answering the question, right? So this could be a trick, right? Tricking you to choose that one. So B is not really answering the question. C, I'm looking for a sample report for you. Okay, this one could answer the question, not directly, but in the context wouldn't be useful because they're not asking for a sample report. They're asking for the report, the annual report, the one with the information that is reflecting what happened during the year, a company or any other process, right? So that is why C is not a good option. I would suggest A. And finally, we got 25. Hey, Susanna, I didn't know you used to live in London. So that is a comment. How to respond to that? Talk about Susanna having lived in the city of London. Options. A. Yes, London city center is beautiful and very clean. This could be a good answer, but depending on the other two. Let's evaluate which one fits better. B. Yes, it was 20 years ago when I finished high school. This one, if you compare it, answers better the comment. But let's evaluate C. I think London is one of the most expensive cities of England. So in this case, we have three responses that could fit. So we need to choose the best one. I would choose the best one as B, the most appropriate one, because let's evaluate first the comment. Hey, Susanna, I didn't know you used to live in London. Used to live means what happened in the past, but not anymore. And then this response says, yes, it was 20 years ago when I finished high school, right? So it's talking directly about something that happened in the past that's no longer happening, right, in present time. So that is why I will select B. So with this, we're finishing the review for this occasion. I will thank you to continue watching. Also, we'll invite you to subscribe to the channel, to click on like, share the video, and promote so other people can benefit from these reviews. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the near future.